And welcome back to the channel. Once again, it's Damian Jackson. Check me out on Twitter, Damian_Jackson2. Check the links in the description for my website and for the links to my podcast. So, I seen earlier this month. Yeah, what am I talking about? Whatever. I seen earlier this month, McDonald's is bringing back the McRib. Didn't know it actually left. Could have sworn it's here every year, but whatever. And you see this article from CNN. It says McDonald's is giving away 10,000 free sandwiches for fans who shave their faces. Clearly, this is geared towards men. Didn't think you can do that in today's world, politically correctness, but whatever. So you had McRib back out and stuff, and I could have sworn it's been out for a while, though. I could have sworn it comes out every year, right? So McDonald's announces the annual rollout of the McRib last month, but said they will make the beloved sandwich available at all of its 14,400 U.S. restaurants for the first time in nearly a decade. So, what are you trying to say? That before then, it wasn't at all 14,400 U.S. restaurants? It was only at what, 5,000, 10,000? I guess McRib is such an exclusive, right? You got to find somewhere to get the McRib. Have you ever actually ate the McRib? I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably like, yeah, man, McRib is good. I ate it. I used to work at McDonald's when I was a kid. Yeah, this rest of this article is bullshit. So I used to work at McDonald's when I was a kid. And I ate a lot of McDonald's, obviously, because I worked there. I'm not too big of a fan of McDonald's. The most part, I like their fries. But I also knew what I was consuming as well. That, hey, this is some greasy food. This is probably unhealthy. Actually, super unhealthy. And this was even before the whole Super Size Me documentary thing. But I'm not a big person on fast food anyways. Convenience, yeah, but as the prices kept going up, I kept wondering, hey, why am I not getting my money's worth on this shit that you're feeding, that you're offering, that you're providing, that you're giving up as a product for sale? I mean, look at this picture. Look at this picture. Does that actually look tasty? Let's be honest, does that actually look like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna eat that? You know, the first time I had a McRib was when I worked at McDonald's. And I don't like the dehydrated onions and stuff that's on McDonald's. It always takes a little chunky or too crunchy to me. I don't know, it's weird. So when I worked there, I would have the McRib and just pickles on it. And I eat it, and I'm thinking, hey, this kind of tastes good. But in the sense of, I'm already used to eating this processed food anyways, it doesn't taste no worse than what I already eat. But it also reminded me of a sandwich or some type of meat I would get at school for a school lunch. The same type of meat that makes me think, hey, it's called McRib. The fuck is this though? Is it chicken? Is it cow rib? Is it pig rib? What is it? I know it's not a fish. That's all I can tell you. I don't think it's a chicken because it's a little too dark, right? I mean, this is the same franchise, the same company, the same corporation that had to tell us that, hey, our chicken and our chicken nuggets is now 100% chicken breast. Oh, that's cool, because before, who knows what the fuck it was, right? So I had to go look up the ingredients. And I'm on menshealth.com. I don't know why I said the .com. It goes without saying. But, so the ingredient says McRib pork patty. Oh shit, it's pork. Let's be honest, man. Whenever you ate a McRib, whenever you bit into it, was your first thought was that, damn, this is some good ass pork? Fuck no. You're probably thinking, is this mystery meat? Does this actually taste like pork? Or do you just associate it with everything that tastes like pork, the fact that you know that this is pork? Because, I don't know. It doesn't really taste like, to me, it always tastes like whatever. Like, just seems like a tasty meat. But the ingredient as far as the pork patty is pork patty. pork patty. McRib pork patty. How you get pork patty and then call it McRib? You might as well call the shit McPork or McPatty. Something. Hell. Call it a Krusty Burger. I don't know what you want to call it, but call it something else than McRib and then say it's a pork patty. I don't know if this is just how Men's Health is labeling this or what. But the ingredient says pork. Just pork. I don't believe that shit at all. I don't believe that. Pork. It doesn't say rib pork. It doesn't say what meat of the pork, of the pig or whatever that it comes from. It just says pork. So we know from that point is just some grinded down meat from a pig. And here you go. I can't help but make fun of this shit, man. And there's water, salt, dextrose, rosemary extract. I don't know what the fuck rosemary is for. Then you have the home style roll. Yeah, so home style that I'm giving you enriched flour. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta laugh at this. It's absurd. You gotta laugh at it. Really pay attention to the ingredients of the products that you consume that you call food. Enriched flour, which is the normally typical bread you'll see in your grocery aisle. Wheat flour, niacin, reduced iron, stuff like that, felicity acid. Then you have water, sugar, yeast, contains 2% or less of the 2% or less of cornmeal, salt, soybean oil. Soybean oil. Keep that in mind, because we're going to touch on that here in a couple minutes. Wheat gluten, so if you have gluten allergy or something like that, you shouldn't be eating this shit. Monodiglycerides, enzymes, ascorbic acid, vinegar. Contains wheat. I appreciate that. That caution right there. Contains wheat. You know, there's no contain real pork. This is why people don't want to eat pork anyways. And then, what? The pickles? I didn't even read that earlier. Oh my God. Why is there so much in pickle slices? Cucumbers, water, distilled vinegar, salt, calcium chloride? What is it all to keep? Oh yeah, this gotta make sure you have the preservatives. Turmeric for color. Turmeric for color. And the onions are just onions. So the only thing that seems like it's somewhat natural and not, modified or any additives is the onions. I guess they couldn't figure out what the fuck to do with the onions. So they're like, fuck, it's just onions. We're fine with that. But go back to the McRib sauce. It's water, high fructose corn syrup. High fructose. I always have a hard time saying that. Corn syrup. So modified corn syrup. We know the dangers of that. In fact, you'll see so many products, even as far as like Capri Suns, saying, hey, no high fructose corn syrup in it. You're good. Tomato paste, distilled vinegar, molasses, natural smoke flavor. Natural smoke flavor. What the fuck is that, man? What did you do? Take the sauce, you grilled something up, put some smoke around the sauce and put it in there? Like natural smoke flavor? What does that mean? And you're probably like, oh, it means this and that. Duh, dummy. No. Why do I need a natural smoke flavor? Are you trying to give me the mindset that you're grilling this fake processed meat? Once again, modified food starch. Why does it need to be modified? Spices. What spices? What spices? Soybean oil. Here we go again with the soybean oil. Caramel for color, chili pepper, beet powder. Soybean oil. What are soybeans? Go to this website, Delighted Cooking. Soybeans. So soybeans are legumes that grow throughout much of the world and constitute one of the world's major food crops. They are tuned or they are turned into a wide array of foods, including tofu, miso, soy milk, and tempeh. Tempeh? Hmm. Soybeans have been used as a food crop in Asia for as long as history has been recorded, but didn't make their way to the United States until the 19th century. In the modern world, the vast majority are either turned into oil or used as feed for livestock. There are two major types cultivated these days, the yellow and black varieties. There is no significant nutritional difference between the two. Soybeans. What are legumes? Legumes are a class of vegetables that includes beans, peas, and lentils are among the most versatile and nutritious foods available. And then you have it's good in typically low in fat, contains no cholesterol, good in potassium, iron, magnesium. Granted, you can also eat other things. I don't know, take some multivitamins and you'll have the same nutrients as well. It says legumes can be a healthy substitute. I'm probably saying legumes right. Somebody's going to poke fun at me later, but whatever. Legumes can be a healthy substitute for meat. Once again, a healthy substitute for meat. But you're eating the seeds of the plant, so you should be fine, right? Yeah, you should be fine. Types of legumes. I see soy nuts. Don't see nothing else. Black-eyed peas. Garbanzo beans. Yeah, don't see nothing about the rest of the soybeans, huh? So let's look at the benefits and side effects. It says the benefits, and this is from veryhealth.com, says the benefits of soy is a topic that is widely debated, and even the health benefits that have been discovered only minimally improve a person's health. So there are no benefits. Like, there are no benefits. There are no benefits of any substantial worth. Is basically what you're telling me. It says the biggest benefits of soy come when they are eaten as a replacement for foods like red meat and other options in high saturated fat. So I guess if you want to be a vegan or vegetarian, then you should eat soy products. Right? It says in the case of soy supplements, there's not enough research that has been conducted to determine any health benefits aside from eating menopause or from easing menopause symptoms. Menopause symptoms. I'm pretty sure, most of us aren't going through menopause. So, yeah. Possible side effects. It says long-term use of soy has not been studied sufficiently enough. Why not? Why not? Didn't the other article, is this the same article that says it's been used? No. This article, this article from this website is telling me that soybeans have been used for long as history has been recorded in Asia. Then this article says there's long-term use of soy has not been studied sufficiently enough. Why is it so contradicting? If science is so good, science is so great, science never agrees on anything, but hey, there's so many studies, but yet there are no studies. Which studies are being benefited? Which studies are being paid for? Why are these studies being conducted? Why are these studies not being conducted? These are all valuable questions, important questions to ask. Because soybean oil seems to be in a lot of food. So if we're going to put this soybean oil within our food, we should at least know the long-term use effects of it. Why are there no studies being conducted? Maybe because if people found out what soybean oil really was or what soybeans were doing to the human body, maybe, just maybe, a lot of different processed foods are going to have to, change their ingredients. Maybe stop being so worried about mass production and how much they can save and just worry about the quality of food and be a little bit concerned about the type of food they give out to people. Just saying. But it says as long as you don't have a soy allergy, eating whole soy foods in moderation a few times a week will not have any side effects. Well, if you eat anything or do anything in moderation, for the most part, you're not going to have any side effects. Actually, everything should be done in moderation. You should find balance in everything that you do. I just think this is funny, right? It says, despite estrogen-like actions, some of the isoflavones, otherwise known as phytoestrogens, found in soy, it is not currently believed that soy products increase the risk of gynecological cancers in women. It is not believed. There's a lot of not believed for a lot of lack of studies. To finish off the little paragraph, it says there is also no harm in men consuming soy products in moderation. While both men and women produce estrogen, men produce less amount of this hormone. Well, this is true. Once again, in moderation. But I don't know if you're sitting there eating, if soybean and soybean oil is in majority of the products that you eat, that you get from your own grocery store, you go out to fast food, you go out to a restaurant, if it's everywhere in everything you eat, and that's all you eat throughout the week, every day, then what? Because you don't expect to have soybean oil in all your food, do you? Are you even paying attention to what's in your food? Hey, you know what? Let me scroll down to the rest of this article because I found something very interesting. It says soybeans are also one of the most genetically modified crops, with the full 80% of those grown on Earth having undergone some sort of modification. Why is our food being modified? Is a real question. It says their genetically modified status is a cause of concern for many who tout its health benefits and believe genetically modified foods to have possible health risks. For this reason, many soy products will claim that they use non-GMO, genetically modified organism soybeans. Doesn't say non-GMO, just says soybean. So there you go. One, let's be honest. You think McDonald's cares at all to have organic food? Of course not. 80%. 80%. 80%. Like, understand that, man. Now, remember, if you've seen my other video, you probably haven't, but I did a video about Eat Just, which was doing some type of fake chicken that's grown in a lab. And then I tied that into Agenda 2030, how they want to feed the world and stop world hunger. What do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to use? Genetically modified organism soybeans. Genetically modified soybeans is what they're going to put in the food. And so something that they can grow themselves outside of nature, not caring about the long-term effects at all, could possibly raise the estrogen in some of your men. Maybe that explains why some of these men are not necessarily as masculine anymore. Just saying. Before somebody gets mad. I'm just saying. Maybe why you get some men saying and thinking that they're women. Maybe it's too much estrogen. I don't know. I'm just saying. Somebody might get mad, but hey, these are legitimate questions to be asked in society, in the world that we're trying to live in, and figure out what is going on and what food we're consuming. What are we actually consuming? This is from onlymyhealth.com. It says, does soya, which is soybeans, does soya increase estrogen level in a man's body? It says, have you ever heard someone saying that don't eat soya, it increases estrogen levels? A lot of men have this misconception that soya and its products would increase the female hormone estrogen level in their body and may give them man boobs. Interesting, right? says, well, there are mixed opinions on the same. Mixed opinions? Once again, science does not agree. Science does not agree. Science does not agree. The whole point of science is to study and to have arguments, counter arguments, debates, to keep digging and digging, to find the facts, to find the evidence, to come to something close to what we might think is the truth. It says some believe this is true while some refute this theory to find the truth. Only My Health spoke to dietitian Dr. Swati Batal, and she explained why soya isn't that bad. Oh, it's not that bad. Cocaine is not that bad. Snorting meth is not that bad. But if you do it enough times, you might not find yourself waking up. You might have a little bit of a problem. You might have a little bit of an issue. Soy does contain estrogen, but that is plant-based estrogen, which works differently in a human body. Plant-based estrogen works differently in a human body. Does that even make sense? You know what? I'm not a scientist, right? I don't know plants. What is it, botany? I don't know plants. I don't study plants. I don't know the extent of that. Doesn't mean I can't keep digging and looking up and read some research papers, but I'm just throwing it out there that, hey, what's inside this McRib is kind of suspect. What am I actually fucking eating here? That's why I don't eat that shit. I worked at McDonald's when I was younger and I ate it. And I don't even think I even had a McRib in since 2010, 11. I don't even remember the last time I had it. And every time I eat it, which probably has been maybe 10 times my whole entire life. Like I said, even when I worked at McDonald's, I ate it a few times and I was like, something about this just seems odd. Maybe also how I saw how it's prepared as well. It makes you wonder too, the frozen patty. But yeah, estrogen in plants works differently than in the human body. So if it works differently than the human body, is this something that we should, put in our human body? To continue, it says, unlike animal estrogen, which causes harm to the health and body, plant-based estrogen poses no negative effects. So animal estrogen causes harm, but plant estrogen doesn't. Cool. Got it. However, there is a catch. Oh, all right. Well, what's the catch? Dr. Swati Pathal explains that organic and natural soy products are absolutely fine to consume with no relation to hormonal levels. Organic and natural soy products. I just read that 80% of soybeans are genetically modified. So where are the organic soybeans? In which food is an organic soybean being used? It's not in McDonald's food. That's for damn sure. Oh man, this is killing me. This is really bad, right? This is really bad. It says overconsumption in some cases may even cause impotence in a lot of men. This is why men must watch out their soy consumption. The best source of soy protein are soybeans, which are completely organic. Completely organic soybeans is the only soybeans you need to consume. Guess what is not in your food? Completely organic soybeans. I don't know what they're trying to do to us. I don't know if these corporations care at all what they put into their products. I don't care. I don't know if they are only caring about a quick buck. I don't know what's going on in the UN as far as the Agenda 2030. They want to use these genetically modified organism foods to save the world and stop world hunger. I don't believe that shit at all. I do not trust that I'm on the wrong website, that this picture that is clearly staged, food art, that this is actually tasty. Because I made a transition to organic foods this past couple years, and it took a while to wean myself off of some of these foods. And I got to a point where I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's. And if I do, I mean, it's on a rare occasion. Once again, it's moderation, but moderation actually not even moderation for me because it's rarity. Maybe once, twice, every couple months. Maybe it seems like it's going down to once, twice a year. But even when I go there, I don't eat the burgers. Don't know if it's real beef. Don't know what's in the burgers. I eat the chicken nuggets. That's about it. But I also don't like fried food too much. So put that into perspective. Understanding what you're eating. Understand what goes on. And even though they want to say this and make it come out like once a year, like, oh, this is so great. It's a McRib. It's back. The McRib is back. This is bullshit. The food is bullshit. It's poisoning. And I feel like they just want to kill people. I shouldn't say that. But damn it, their actions are killing people. Let's be honest. Right? So until next time.